It's too bad. It's too bad. It certainly is too bad.
Did you speak to me?
Speak to you? Why? No, Mrs. Farnsworth. Of course most interesting, but it's too bad just the same.
What did you say?
I say, why? Nothing, Mrs. Farnsworth.
I distinctly heard someone speak. It must have been you.
I'm afraid you're mistaken, Mrs. Farnsworth. It's really too bad.
My name is Blake, Virginia Blake. You are under our care. You are
Not feeling well.
Oh, no, of course not. I'm the new nurse.
Oh, yes, the new nurse. Well, this is splendid, Miss Blake. I should have known you, of course. I'm Miss Jebb. You would like to see the doctor, I suppose.
Oh, I have a great many questions to ask him. I begin work right away, I suppose.
Yes, indeed. We're a pretty busy institution.
I hope I won't be too stupid at first.
Don't you worry. It'll be a radical change from what you're accustomed to, but you'll soon get used to our way of doing things. Everyone does.
I do want to be of some use. I want to honestly feel that I'm helping the unfortunate people that live here.
Well, it's entirely up to you, my dear, but let me give you one piece of advice. Utilize your time. Plan to have every minute of the day mapped out to some purpose.
Yes, ma'am.
There, put your desk on my desk, will you? They'll be taken up to your room later. I'll leave you Miss Farnsworth while I go to the doctor meeting. Why? You two don't know each other, do you? Miss Farnsworth, I'd like to have you meet Miss Blake, our new nurse. Miss Farnsworth takes great interest in the work we're doing here.
I think it's perfectly splendid the work girls are allowed to go into nowadays. And it's remarkable how many lines of work women are in.
It's exciting choosing a life's work, although I have to admit, I'm a little frightened.
I haven't a doubt of it, my dear. Someone was telling me just the other day about their daughter, a lovely girl, who's going to social service work. Let me see now. Who was it?
Well, lots of them do. I almost did myself, but seeing as I knew a little about nursing and that sort of thing, this seemed to have a better chance. Gosh, I'm so excited to get in here. I can't wait to begin. This building is so famous. It's run so independently, a world in its own. You're a director, I suppose.
A director? Well, yes, yes indeed, a director.
Well, I'm just so happy to get in here.
Well, don't let them work you too hard now, my dear. It's my advice to you. Your health should always come first, no matter what. I look fine and well, don't I? Well, I'm really not. Nothing but a bundle of nerves, and it's only because I've done too much all my life. Nothing but a bundle of nerves.
But Mrs. Farnsworth, wouldn't you rather throw your life away in one tremendous burst than dwindling it out slowly and carefully and safely?
Your enthusiasm is wonderful, my child. Just the way I was at your age. I do wish I could remember her name.
Oh, but Miss Dunn, consider for a moment the aesthetic side. As Mr. James M. Barrett once said to me, surely you will admit that these people need me.
No, indeed. It is plain efficiency that counts most of all in a place like this. Why, Miss Farnsworth, how do you do? I didn't expect to see you here. You do know Mr. Lloyd, I believe.
Yes, how do you do? This is Miss Blake, Miss Dunn, Mr. Lloyd.
How do you do?
We have been having a most interesting discussion. I cannot bring Miss Dunn round to my way of thinking. The last time I was in England, Bernard Shaw and myself were discussing exactly the same thing, and he agreed with me perfectly.
In such an argument, which includes the entire world we live in, I don't understand how either of you could say such a thing. Miss Blake. Blake, is it not? Yes. Let me advise you to always base your statements on facts, statistics, and figures. It's the truth whereas the nowadays.
Nonsense, Miss Blake, nonsense. Follow your imagination.
I'm afraid I don't understand.
And neither do I. Can't you see stop quarreling?
Certainly.
Certainly not.
Miss Blake, this is Dr. Cartwell.
I'm glad to meet our new nurse. You'd like to see the place, wouldn't you?
I'm quite ready to begin, Dr. Cartwell.
May I ask how you happened to come here?
Well, it's hard to say. But when you've studied, sometimes you feel as though you know a lot, and too much even. And you can't be satisfied with things the way they are. You have to go on and show people less fortunate than yourself, you see?
I know.
Strange case. Come now. Then sometimes you have ideas, and you want to see how they work. You have to go out and experiment with that.
Yes, but what if those experiments should fail?
Well, they can. I believe I can do anything if I try hard enough.
You too. I thought like you once. I was like you once. You may as well know that you'll find the cards stacked against you in that game.
But I came here to play fairly.
In an insane asylum with a lot of crazy people.
But I've come to help. I'll make them see that I'm sincere and honest. They'll trust me.
But don't you trust them?
Do not trust them. Why?
It isn't safe for your own well-being. They're forever trying to get the better of someone. The minute your back is turned, well, they don't stop physical violence. It's just a little warning on the side.
Oh, but everyone I've met so far has had some advice to give me. Not that I don't need it, but it's also different. Those two persons over there were just telling me something as I came in. They seem to know a lot. Are they connected with the sanitarium?
Well, they're intensely interested in the work we're doing here.
Like Mrs. Farnsworth?
Yes, just like Mrs. Farnsworth.
Could we see the rest of the building now? Right away?
Now, right away. Yes, I presume we might as well, but don't be too eager or anticipate too much. You'll be disappointed.
No, I won't. I know that I won't. This is all going to be thrilling and wonderful.
Just don't let anyone see if things don't come up to your expectations. Just take them as they are.
Not that anyone know my true feeling.
No. Never. It's the best way here. And incidentally, I hope you have a sense of humor.
I'm afraid I have. Why?
You won't be able to use it in a place like this.
Well, I'm glad to have met you all. I hope I'll see you again.
Seems like a harmless sort of girl, but really that man is insufferable. We might not have been in the room for all the notice we got.
I've never seen such rudeness. Pray, he doesn't consider himself so different from other human beings. Better than they are.
Exactly, as if we weren't all part of one great family, all the same. Oh,
It's an obvious fact to me that he's not quite all.
Oh, you don't mean it.
you're probably right, Miss Dunn. Constant association with people suffering from mental trouble has doubtless turned his own mind.
Well, what shall we do? Shall we have a meeting of the directors?
Directors.
Directors.
Well, yes. I was asked to be one today, but you know, when I undertook the office, I had no idea, not the faintest, that one of the doctors was well. Miss Dunn, I knew I had something to ask you. Do you remember the name of that girl I was telling Miss Blake about? The one going to social service work?
Very good, too. Many people are needed in that field, but alas, it is so inartistic. Have I ever told you what Mr. Meredith, Mr. George Meredith said to me? Lord said...
I know just who you mean, Miss Farnsworth. They live at 88 Park Street, 2 houses from the corner. The telephone number is... Well, it has a 3 and a 7 in it somewhere. I'll get back to you in just a moment.
I didn't see you at the opera the other night, Mrs. Lloyd.
The opera? Oh, no. I have a young dramatist friend who asked me down to a rehearsal of a piece of his.
Oh, you know, I'm in a dramatic club. We each read parts of some plays at meetings. Was your friend Tom successful?
Only fair, only fair. Supernatural forces move in, witches and that sort of thing. I wish he'd changed the last act. Have it all a dream, you know. The unhappy ending is frightfully common nowadays.
Most interesting. Really, most interesting.
I hardly think I'd like it.
No, I don't think you would. Not your type. He's a nice boy, though. Too bad his plays won't have the right feel.
I have the number! 6374!
Oh, Miss Dunn, if you could just only realize how nervous I am, and you're shouting at me, I just don't understand.
Concentrate,
Mrs.
Miss Farnsworth.
Farnsworth.
That's why I'm in possession of so many facts. Did you know that London had a population of 6,581,378?
Oh, Mrs. Farnsworth, don't let her worry you. Tell me, have you read my new book, Nicholas
That Rome was
Nickleby?
founded in 735 BC.
Lord, I thought somebody else wrote that.
Quite so, my dear lady. But I'm Dickens. That is my nom de plume.
Too bad.
You know what, Miss Dunn, I really wish you'd listen to me and understand, you know, it makes me so nervous. Yelling at me all
Life
the time.
expectancy of a
You
man.
Will you be quiet?
It's important and you don't care.
It's insufferable to treat me, Dickens! This gun, I've told you many times before,